Iran's military has issued one of its most forceful warnings yet, declaring total military readiness as tensions with the United States and Israel spiral into a new phase of confrontation. Well, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has ensured that it is fully prepared for war, stating that any act of aggression will be met with immediate and overwhelming retaliation against pre-identified targets across the region. And the message delivered through Iranian state media signals a hardened posture from Tehran at a moment when diplomatic channels appear increasingly fragile. Well, the escalation comes alongside renewed pressure and warnings from US President Donald Trump, who has indicated that military action remains on the table if ongoing negotiations collapse. And in a series of statements, Donald Trump suggested that Iran is running out of options and warned of severe consequences, while also confirming an indefinite extension of the ceasefire that was meant to temporarily halt direct hostilities. And the ceasefire extension follows reported diplomatic outreach involving Pakistan. Though uncertainty continues over whether Iran will formally return to talks, and despite efforts to keep negotiations alive, progress has stalled. Planned discussions in Islamabad have been thrown into doubt after Iran expressed distrust towards the United States and reportedly refrained from sending a delegation. And at the same time, a planned visit by US Vice President J.D. Vance to Pakistan has been put on hold, further signaling the fragility of the diplomatic track. Officials involved in the process have acknowledged that communication gaps and political hesitation are slowing any meaningful breakthrough. And on the ground and at the sea, tensions continue to rise. The United States has maintained a strong naval posture in the region, including continued blockade measures and the interception of vessels linked to the Iranian interest. Well, all these actions have triggered sharp condemnation from Tehran, which has demanded the release of seized ships and warned of retaliatory steps if economic pressure continues. Well, the situation around the Strait of Hormuz remains especially sensitive, with both the sides signaling the strategic significance of the waterway and the potential global impact of any disruption. Donald Trump has publicly suggested that Iran's economic calculations are tied to keeping the strait open, while also issuing some of his most aggressive rhetoric yet, including warnings of expanded strikes if a broader agreement is not reached. Iranian officials, however, insist that they will not negotiate under threats, framing their position as one of the resistance rather than concession, and stating that they are prepared for all the possible scenarios. And as the standoff deepens, reports continue to point to a rising human and regional toll from months of intermittent strikes, counterstrikes, and wider regional spillover. Casualty figures remain disputed, but the scale of destruction and instability has fueled growing international concern over the risk of a wider conflict growing in multiple states. And for now, the situation remains locked between fragile diplomacy and open confrontation. And the ceasefire extension has temporarily slowed direct escalation, but with both the sides hardening their positions, the risk of renewed conflict continues to loom large over an already volatile region. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.